This is the SANAT KUMARA. Welcome to the 28th lecture of this year at Namas University, Earth's spiritual digital university, the place and community that grows you into fully soul-guided and Shambhala-assisted human beings able to create their life and the future of Earth according to the up-to-date divine plan, together with all other beings. Today, I would like to speak to you about your role as co-creators of our Earth and all life in accordance with God's current plan. If you follow our lectures regularly, you will have noticed that we teach and ask you to become co-creators of our new Earth, consciously and actively. Your soul has sent you here to help shape the future of Earth daily. At Namas University, we provide you with knowledge, insights, experiences, and emotions to achieve three things necessary for this. First, to find your true essence, to recognize it and to live completely according to your soul's guidance. Second, to immerse yourself in the oneness of all life and life forms in all dimensions. Third, to always be informed about current spiritual developments on Earth and in higher dimensions. The path to stable soul connection and also guidance by us from Shambhala can only be found through your heart and intuition, not with the head. This path takes place on the inner level, in your higher parts of being. This path cannot be forced, it is mysterious. Your soul connection is established from the center of your being in the third dimension, from your heart. Words that carry the clay of earth and the sound of the divine help, as well as images that the mind alone cannot grasp. The way back to oneness of all life is through knowledge and experiencing it yourself. You need to know how the oneness of all life is composed, works, grows. After that, you gain your own experience with life forms and realities in all dimensions. The way to actuality requires the understanding and the acceptance that life shows itself always new and fresh. The universe with all forms of life is always developing higher and higher. Taking the path of actuality requires the willingness to open up to and face these developments. Letting go of the old and trusting what you are given by higher guidance are the magic words. These three paths, these three building blocks, follow cosmic laws. We all, including us in Shambhala, only develop further if we take these steps on the path. What does that mean in practice? Learning, serving, working together, flowing with the river of life. It is a matter of coming out of the head into the heart, from the ego into the soul, from the I into the we, from individual into group consciousness, from limiting thoughts into the cosmic infinity. The head is not the center of your being in the third dimension, as the egoistic fear chatter wants to make you believe constantly. The head is fed by the outside world through the five senses and then thinks its part based on this information mixed with speculation, fears, and emotions. Your head is full of what those incarnated in the third dimension have previously thought, created, and spread through the world. I, the SANAT KUMARA, am a good example of it and the limitations it creates in your head. On the internet circulate a handful of the same pictures of me. which do not correspond to my true appearance. People copy them and use them for their own representation of a connection to me. Partly they also call themselves Kumara without understanding what this really means. How I truly look, only a few have perceived so far in moments of introspection. I appear on the inner level as an individual can perceive me. So there should be many quite different pictures of me on the internet. Everyone knows that I'm from Venus. And most of those who are also from Venus and have found that out by now, therefore believe to be closer to me than any other beings on Earth are. The people of Earth have tried for thousands of years to understand my world and the cosmic connections by explaining to themselves what a Kumara was and how many came from Venus with me. Do not waste your time with this. It is irrelevant to a co-creator of the new Earth. In my function as the SANAT KUMARA of Earth, I serve Earth, all life on it and all people in the same way and with the same love. It does not matter how far they are already spiritually developed and where their soul is located. As soon as they make a serious effort to recognize their soul's mission, learn to communicate with their soul and are willing to accept our guidance from Shambhala, I can help them. None of the incarnates I have walked in are from Venus or call themselves by any self-worth raising definition related to me. I walked into these 4 women because they have achieved full soul and Shambhala connection, and they're actively living their current soul mission in service. They are serving others and the plan of the earth, not themselves. Once you are soul connected and understand and live from the heart, we from Shambhala can assign greater tasks and responsibilities to you. Those who live from the heart always see their work as group work and understand that this work is always part of their own learning and growing. The tasks we distribute never serve your own interests, but you will take pleasure in them because the tasks correspond with both your earthly abilities and your soul's potential. The wise Lao Tzu once expressed this beautifully. Give birth and nourish. Bear and do not own. Act and do not lay claim. Multiply and do not dominate. Lead and do not rule. This is mysterious power. The co-creators of the new earth need exactly this inner strength and the mysterious power that comes with it. They all need to be able to do the right thing in the right manner. I'm with each of you, dear students, whether you perceive this or not. I'm watching to see how far you have come out of your head into your heart. I wait until you are ready to serve from the heart. I wait until you have enough strength and will to serve with us as citizens of the world of the earthly higher realm, and at the same time to be guardians and co-creators of knowledge that most still have to learn. In this, I do not work alone. The representatives of the kingdoms of Earth's allies, and I discuss who is ready. Thus wonderful turns happen in the lives of individuals. Channels and disciples of master teachers are released from their duties in accordance with the updated plan for Earth to enter the service of Namas University. Hitherto unknown people are coming into the public eye, like Beverly June Alexander, for decades in our service as an energy worker on the inner plane. Now she is known to you as the co-creator of the AMAYA Mysteries. Soon people who have been doing coordinating work in the study group, serving others, will give up that service to take on greater tasks of being a co-creator, and others ready now will take on their role, serve and grow. The cosmic law requires that all grow, work more and more in a group, let go of egoistic, fearful selfishness, and become truly conscious co-creators. The AMAYA Mysteries Volume 1 is teamwork, also available as an ebook on Amazon in German now. Russian will follow. In these short stories, you will find knowledge, insights, and highly emotional connections into AMAYA, our Earth, which will move you to tears. Through the stories and their illustrations, you will be able to understand the complex reality in which you live more fully. Tears will flow as you read. Tears are good, especially if they run from the outer corners of your eyes. It is the sign that you are letting go of head-driven beliefs and hardenings that have kept you from being fully yourself and amid the oneness of all life. Let the tears run freely, showing that you are liberated. The Deva of Humanity has also returned to the unity of all life. In the AMAYA Mysteries, you can read how this happened. The Deva of Humanity has already connected with the body Deva of all people. Now she has decided to send messages directly to all members of the human family. As of this week, she is writing in English to the human family on her own website. The texts available on the website will grow over time. The domain name is thedevaofhumanity.org, one word. You can find the link in the text box to this lecture. Her closest confidant speaks English. For translations, we need people whom the Deva of Humanity can trust as well, and whom she can overshadow in translations so that their energies also flow into the translations. Making these translations in Russian, Hindi, and German is a task that requires regular time and great dedication. The translators will hear the Deva of Humanity calling them in their hearts in the truest sense of the word. This is no different from the master teachers and me calling some of you to serve. The good news is, however, all will only have to wait until next week for the first verbal message from the Deva of Humanity. The Deva of Humanity has dictated a message to a second confidant. This woman recorded the message with the voice memo of her smartphone and sent it to us. Likewise, the Deva of Humanity has chosen Igor for the Russian translation and voice recording, and Martina for the German part. In order for her to guide Martina, I have to walk out of Martina for a brief moment. You see, I also must be flexible. Until the lecture next week, which consists of the message of the Deva of Humanity to each and every one of you, I ask you to read the AMAYA Mysteries, especially the story about the reappearance of the Deva of Humanity. This will make it easier for you to absorb the Deva of Humanity's message in your energy field instead of just hearing it. Something magical to look forward to. Tune in next week when I get to be the host of the Deva of Humanity in Namas University's Lecture 29 of this year. I'm honored to serve that way as well. Until then, I love and bless you all. This was the SANAT KUMARA.